Hi, this is Stacy with Lily Bean Crafts by Stacy. Thanks for stopping by to watch my video. I just participated in a cup swap challenge, and the person that I had told me that her favorite colors were orange and then pink, so I went ahead and made a custom mix of several different glitters, most of them from Peachy Olive and a couple from Chase Ray Creations. I used Halos, Jerkface, Sunny D, Gryffindor 2.0, Orange Julius, Sweet Georgia Peach, and Bifrost from Peachy Olive Glitter, and I used Sherbet and Sherbet 2.0 from Chase Ray. This tumbler is a 24-ounce plump from the Steel Magnolia, and I did spray paint it. I spray painted a ombre with Colorshot spray paint. I used Orange Slice and Summer Pedicure. Once my spray paints were dry, I did do an epoxy method for applying my ombre with the glitters. I just seem to get a better result with my ombres when I use the epoxy method versus the glitter glue method. And for the pink bottom part of my ombre, I'm using Tiny Dancer from Peachy Olive Glitters. I wanted there to be more orange than pink in this ombre, so I went ahead and I kept the pinks towards the lower end of the tumbler. The cup swap challenge that I was in the MBMM Elite group that is made by Manny and Mel's elite group that she has, and I'll go ahead and link that in the bottom. To say that the ombre method is my favorite method to use while making tumblers. I just feel like once you have that down, the look of it is just so beautiful. I recommend putting a slant to your tumbler while you're applying the glitters, and you want to apply them really lightly. You don't want to go too crazy with it because you want it to blend really nice in the middle, and if you go too heavy, you just won't get that look. Ombre was done. I did go in with parchment paper and I rolled my tumbler in it so that I could tap down all of the glitters. Once I had the glitter application done, I did let it dry for 3 hours, and then I went in with the Adhesive Apothecary glitter glue and I put a cover over that. It's done after about a half an hour, and made sure that I had all the pokey bits tapped down on that. And then I went in with my first coat of epoxy. I went in with 20 milliliters of my fast set epoxy and let that go for 3 hours, and then applied a second coat. Once that was done with 3 hours, I was ready to move on with the decal portion of it. That second coat, I did 10 mLs of my fast set epoxy. I just recently got these decals in, these element sheets from Gracefully Created, and they were just the perfect color combination to go with the theme of this tumbler. Great about their decals is they are removable vinyl, so if you put it on and you don't like where it's at, it's pretty easy to peel it up and set it exactly where you want it to be. I would recommend with these element sheets is try not to get any fingerprints or touch it where it's clear, because if you do get fingerprints on it, you will be able to see that through the design. The other thing that Amanda, my cup swap partner, told me was that she loved leopard spots on her tumblers. So I went ahead and I used this orangey, peachy shift holographic vinyl for the bottom of the spots. I got those in a pack from Amazon, and I'll link that in the description. Now I am showing you the application of these holographic spots. I actually wound up not going with this size. I wound up pulling them off and making smaller ones. They were just taking up a little bit too much space. I wanted it to be a little bit more petite looking. So I left this on here so that you can see it, because I did not record the smaller version of it. And then after I did get the smaller version on, I went and put an epoxy coat on there, 10 mLs of my fast set, because if you go to put the black vinyl over it, then you are going to see the ridges between the two vinyls, so you want to make sure you put an epoxy coat in the middle of that. I did get these leopard spots right on my Cricut in the design space. They were free. I'm a member with Design Space, so I just searched for some new ones, and these were the ones that I found, and I really like them. So I just randomly put spots wherever I felt like, the black vinyl on top of it, just to give it some variation. I then went in with 10 mLs of my fast set epoxy and let that go for 3 hours. For Amanda's name, I found this font on DaFont called Salty Feathers, and it's one for personal use only, but I did go ahead and buy it for $9 because it was such a beautiful font. I know I'm going to use it all the time. Do a glitter butt on this tumbler, and I did not record it, but I just did one in my last tutorial, so I'm going to go ahead and link that one if you wanted to see how that was done again. Once this epoxy coat dried, I went ahead and I sanded it really good with a 220 grit sand block, and then cleaned it really well, and then I went in with 10 mLs of my Flynn Sisters epoxy and let that go for about 8 or 9 hours, and then put it on the curing rack. And this is the final product, and Amanda loved it, and it was just so much fun to make. It was a nice, easy tumbler that was right in my wheelhouse. If you like this video, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you all again next Tuesday. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.